Alright, so I just got done watching a movie called The Reef, and it is a shark movie. It was mentioned in a comment by the horror channel. A good subscriber of mine, friend of mine, um, let me know about it. Um, so we'll give him a shout out. But yeah, this one, I mean, basically, it's a great white shark is pretty much stalking these essentially four people, because one of them gets, I get really like okay, it's basically a shark movie where people are trying to swim in the water and trying to survive in the water against sharks, or really just one big shark. um the positives: there was a point in this where during their when they're trying to swim and all that, I mean, I like I like the idea of, you're trapped in the water in the ocean or whatever, and you can't really, you're trying to stay together as a group in the water, and yet you're like surrounded by probably more sharks, but mainly like the big white stalking you. Um, Now I don't know if that's true or not. Where if you like, if a because sharks usually, it seemed like they don't. I heard like they don't really bother you unless you go near them or you're moving a lot, and then they don't. But if you don't move as much, or if you're not moving at all, they don't really bother you. I don't know if that's true or not. It seemed like I watched like a documentary. I know that's what happened in that one movie, The Bait, or just I think it's just called Bait, which I reviewed on the channel. But yeah, that movie where a guy he stood still and then a shark just went past him. So I don't know. Maybe I need to watch shark documentaries and maybe they'll mention that. Oh, if you don't move in the water much, they won't really bother you. But these people, I get they're startled by the shark and they're flailing their arms around and but come on. Like, how about we try different tactics and not, how about we just try to stay still in the water and possibly it will just move along. But of course, and I guess, I mean, it's basically these four. It's a brother and sister, and then a best friend of the two, who also dated the one guy's friend, and they broke up. I guess recently, but then throughout the movie they're trying to get back together, kinda, and then they do at the end. But then that guy, pretty much everybody in this movie, like, you don't even, like, you see the shark go at them, but you don't, like, see gore. So, I mean, coming off a movie, Bait, where you had at least good, some good shark kills and gore, and then you watch this, it's like, well, this this should have just been PG-13. Like, there's no nudity, I don't even remember any cussing. Like, is there, so, I don't see why this couldn't have been a PG-13, I guess because of blood, but I'm like, there's blood in some PG 13 movies. So I don't know why this is even an R, because again, you don't see gore really, you see blood in the water. You don't even see the people when they get, you don't even see pieces of, like, somebody's arm or leg or whatever. Like, it's just, even the one guy on the boat that gets tipped over, he stays behind. We don't see his death at all. We don't even go back to him. Like, we just see a shark fin trail across the way, and then it's just him leaning forward more and more. I'm like, dude, if you fall off that top of that boat, it's like you can't, and there's nothing really you can grab onto because you'll just slide off. So then it's like, you need to, but then by the end it's like, and then it just cuts away to never to him again. But then we get a message at the end where it's like, oh, so and so, Kate, the surviving girl, Kate, survived. She got rescued the next day, and like the guy at the yacht or whatever, the boat, was never found remains of him or anybody else. So I guess he died. I guess, but again, I shouldn't have to guess. I mean, I guess it is obvious he was stuck there. The boat, maybe it's sunk. But then I'm like, first of all, how did that I guess a shark can tip over a boat that size? Or yacht, whatever, sailboat. Has this labeled on there. But yeah, I mean, it's a somewhat of a, it's not really a happy ending, because, I mean, granted, the Kate character, girlfriend of the one guy who dies, because she couldn't pull him up in time, I mean, she survives, but then it's like, really, I didn't really care about anybody. That's another negative I'm giving this movie, because, I mean, again, I can't really say I cared about anybody. I mean, I was sort of cheering towards the end where they were getting to, like, this rock. It wasn't even an island. It was a little piece of land of rock. It wasn't even really. I thought they were trying to go back to that island that they were at. Nope, they're trying to get to this rock land thing. That's barely land or shore, really, but whatever. Anyway, I didn't care for this one. The acting in this is fine. I mean, again, coming off, and again, this shouldn't have even been a R. I don't see why this was a R. Really don't, because again, you don't see anybody die. You see them either get pulled under, or you see blood, and then, that's it. Then the sharks rush at them. And the way it's edited towards that is kind of jittery a bit, or wonky. But yeah, overall, guys, I gotta say I didn't care for this one. I know there's another one that I sort of liked. I can't remember what it is. It was Blake Lively. She starred in it. It was a girl. She was alone on a surfer board, or on a rock thing or something, and she was trying to survive this shark. It kept bothering her. It starred Blake Lively, though. I can't remember the name of the movie, but that was a pretty good shark movie. I never saw Jaws. I think I saw snippets of the movies, but I don't know if I'll ever watch those, because again, I'm not really a shark fan. But Bait was a pretty okay one. This one was fine. It was boring, and plus I didn't care about much of what was happening to anybody. Because then another negative I gotta give it is people doing dumb decisions, dumb things where so-and-so gets, like, there's a person that gets either, taken off screen, and then, they pop up in the water, but then this guy will go swim to that person, even though there's blood right near, the person that's been taken a bite out of. We're going to swim all the way to that person to try to help them, and then it's like too late, because then they just get pulled down, and then it's like, so while the sharks are, occupied, how about the rest of you start darting for that other place you're trying to get to? But no, we're going to just sit here for a couple minutes and, mourn our friend or brother or whatever, and then we'll move on. And then we'll keep. So I didn't like characters doing that. They do that at least like 2 times in this movie. Because anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share. Please give it a like. Helps me out a lot. But yeah, the horror channel. It's cool if you like this movie. I just couldn't get much into it. I wasn't really engaged much with the characters. But yeah, overall, it was a time waster for me. So yeah.